So England have just got to beat Scotland and they're through, right?
I thought we were already through, we're not?
What are you talking about?
World Cup.
Don't include me. Pay no
Aussies are
attention.
playing Oman tomorrow with nothing to play for.
That's
yeah.
lovely, that.
Yeah, that is amazing, isn't it? Awesome. Although Zimbabwe beating Sri Lanka today.
Did they win that game? Did
Yeah, finished top of the group.
Oh, fuck you know.
Zimbabwe unbeaten.
Dark horse.
Was that the one I was looking at where they got 180 odd?
Yeah, Sri Lanka got 180 and
And they got beat.
yeah, Zimbabwe chased the town like 5 or 6 wickets left.
Wow.
Because Sri Lanka beat battered the Aussies, didn't they?
They were massive. They were massive odds. Oh, right.
But it didn't make any difference whatsoever, did it? Because it was all preceded. So it didn't matter where you finished in the group, it was always going to be.
He didn't get on to that, John.
He didn't, did he?
What was that?
He bent my microphone down, so and I went like that.
Normally we have a lot in the bank, but just Mel's disappeared off the face of the earth.
He's working a lot, isn't he? 1 till 9.
Fletch can only get here every now and again. Just that fletching.
Too pissed tonight, and he's watching the rugby. So,
Did you see the rugby?
well, he did say. I said to him, "Do you want? Sometimes we'll have a pint on a Thursday at 3 till 4."
Yeah.
And he said no today because he wanted to stay awake for the.
Because he wanted to stay awake.
Wow. Is it the World Cup Challenge
So
today?
you could always go in and
That's
have a
tomorrow,
Coke.
World
Yeah, I don't ever remember it being on a Thursday before.
Cup. No.
I think it's maybe because they're trying to show every single game out this
Yeah.
guy. I think so. I think they've just done
Hopefully
it that way.
Brisbane wiped the floor with them.
I can't see it any other way to be honest. Not that I know much about rugby.
The Aussies are still early in the pre-season. No,
Not
that's...
that I know much about rugby being a Warrington fan, but you know.
I don't know much about cricket, but I'm on a fucking cricket.
This is Silly Point, an Inside Etown podcast.
Once you get down number 5, every evening, every night, you'll find yourself doing the Lambert walk. Hey!
Right, hello, welcome to the latest episode of Silly Point. Hosting as always, my name is Dan and I'm joined this cold evening by Carlos.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
Chris Horn.
Hello.
And our special guest, Stu Pryor.
Yo.
Stu, how are you?
I'm alright, mate. Yeah, good.
Thank you for joining us. This is kind of like a player profile, but we'll go into a bit more depth with our recently anointed most improved player of the year. So if we we'll come back to that, something to be very proud of, by the way. Your kind of journey to cricket has always interested me because you played football a lot and you've always said to me that you don't feel like you're a natural cricketer. So, like, how did your kind of journey to cricket start? How did you get involved with cricket?
Well, do you know, the first thing I did with cricket when I was 13, I played in a indoor cricket tournament and we won it.
Was that outdoors? Or that was indoors?
No, it was indoors, mate. Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Yeah, so I think my parents have still got a little picture of us with our little awards and whatever.
Want to see it?
Yeah. I will have to try and find that. I had hair and everything then.
It's up on
Ridiculous.
wall for you,
Proper
mate.
little cutie I was, curtains, the lot.
Curtains.
Yeah.
Good lad.
And then at 15, I played for the school team, but that was only because my best mate was the captain.
Was that indoor as well? Or was
No, that was outdoor, mate, yeah. Just playing against different schools and that. And then that was that. I haven't played cricket again until
Were these
I was late
approved
40s.
approved schools or just
No, they were special.
do a special?
Special schools, mate.
Genco type schools.
Not that bad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so, and then probably about a 35-year break before I picked up a bat again.
Wow.
Was that to it the missus with?
Shit. Normally a baseball bat I had seen. Not
You wish.
So that's I knew there was a big. I didn't realise it was that. It's a really big gap. How did you end up at Earlstown? Like obviously we know your from London, because we call you Cockney Stu, you're a Millwall fan, you know, I don't think you're allowed to support Millwall if you live outside a certain postcode, are you? How did you end up in the north, and more specifically, how did you end up at Etown Cricket?
Well, I went on holiday, met a Northerner, a Wiganer. She moved down, because obviously, you know, she fell on her feet, you know what I mean? She moved down for 6 years, and then got bored of
Jelly deals.
jelly deals, southern attitudes, people not speaking to her.
Not saying thanks to a roundabout.
Yeah, exactly. And so she wanted to move back home. So we moved to Wigan first, but I was on the post then. So I got a transfer to Newton. And I was introduced, which was the biggest mistake ever of coming up here. The first person I ever met up here was Mr. Fletcher. And yeah, it all just went downhill from there.
Is that when the curtains fell out?
Yeah, that was it. You know what? When I first
He did the same to me.
when I first joined Newton, I was a proper little pretty boy. I had blonde streaks, a lot.
Wow.
Blonde streaks, mate.
Wow. We need to see
Yeah.
those as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
though.
Yeah, and that's it went downhill, as I say, from there. So
Blondes, you just got to go for the Premier League footballer, like the nose studs. You know, you got the
They
blonde
weren't
there.
that bad. I did want at the time though. I did want a little earring, you know, from the eyebrow, but the missus wouldn't let me have it.
Oh, good move.
So
Saved you there.
Fletch has obviously introduced you to the club, and like, how long ago was that? What year was that? Can you recall?
I've been up here about 14 years, I think. So I was still able to play a bit of football at that time, just about. So I played for a team called Up Holland, because my dad was manager of a team called Faversham, and he had a Scouser playing for him down there, and he moved back home, and when he found out I was coming up, he wanted me to play football for him, so I played for Up Holland for a bit, then I went over to Newton.
We can edit that out.
Yeah, for a little bit. And then when I had to hang my boots up, although I still haven't actually hung them up, still playing go every now and again, Tank got me to come over here and have a game of cricket, yeah.
And why was it you had to hang your boots up? What particular injury? I know you've not hung your boots up, but what was it that kind of tipped you over the edge?
Age. I've had 10 knee operations, so luckily for me, the last one I had was the best one I've had, and it allowed me to start playing cricket and doing a bit of sport again. But up until that point, I was really struggling with my knee.
You know, a tattoo doesn't count as an operation, you know that, don't you? Does it still 10?
That was 6 of them.
So we're down to 4 operations.
But no, I got infected in hospital when I was 17.
Affected.
Affected, yeah, I was definitely affected then. So I was playing quite decent football then, and I only was meant to have a quick flush out in hospital, and I was meant to be out for a couple of weeks, but as I say, I got infected. I was in hospital for 3 weeks, nearly died of a blood clot, I found out after the event. Didn't play football for 2.5 years, and then went back to decent football, but every time I was training and I got to a certain level, my knee just broke down again. So yeah, and then I've just had operation after operation to try and sort it out. But
The Daniel Sturridge effect, basically, he was obviously a quality footballer but couldn't train.
basically, yeah, I could get to a certain level of fitness, but to play that extra level, I still played like Kent League stuff, but to go up to the next level, you had to be proper fit, and that was where it was breaking down really. But
yeah, that's a shame, because I know you said that when you was that age, you were hoping that you might be able to go up another level.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I'm glad it happened, because otherwise you wouldn't come here then, would you?
No, I might not have done, mate. No, to be fair.
Everything happens for a reason.
Well, meeting a Wigan of that.
You don't tend to meet too many Wiganers when you're on a
mate,
multi-millionaire footballer's holiday.
I'm more interested in where you went on holiday to find Wigan.
Wigan?
Yeah, Wigan.
Ibiza.
Tenerife, mate. It was a
Tenerife.
proper cheap. cheap holiday, mate.
I had images of Benidorm and all the scooters and all that kind of thing.
Well, he'd have met Fletch there, wouldn't he? then the air would have been gone
that would've
immediately.
been bad,
They've
yeah.
got a statue of Fletch on the promenade, haven't they?
She'll probably say, do you know who he was on about when he mentions Tank? Because not everyone, because you knew Liam from the Post,
Yeah.
his nickname in the Post was Tank. He
Does,
had it
not,
written
does
on his-
everyone not know him as Tank?
As long as I've known him, I've never called him Tank.
I only know him
apart
as
from
Tank
because you
because
call him.
that's his name on the WhatsApp group
Yeah.
that he's got.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I don't know
I
the
think he was
reasoning behind
called
it all.
Tank because he was such quite a big lad at one point,
yeah.
but he's never been what I would call big since I've
No,
known him.
it always
know what I
puzzled
mean?
me to get that name
Yeah.
Tank for knowing him. Yeah,
So, I don't
he's
know.
had spells where he's been
Perhaps he just
chubby,
when he
but-
went up the levels of drinking.
Yeah.
Perhaps his food went down and down, and his drinking went up and up. So he lost a bit of timber.
He's probably had to hide it, hasn't he? So he's probably had
I don't know how he hides it because he's got one of them.
it's a waistcoat,
pigeon
plastic
chests, isn't it?
waistcoat.
He's like the Robin
With
comes
the
out.
model on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. It's got,
It
yeah,
goes like that, and then he's got no stomach. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it.
You know why
Before
that is, don't you?
Ah.
He has to leave the trolley on his stomach, doesn't he? So it's the trolley
He's just
pushing
been
the
flattening
stomach,
it down
and
all
he's
them
pushing
years.
it up to the top.
Wow.
before we receive legal action from Mr. L. Fletcher, just to bring it back to cricket. So, when I know what role you play in the team because we play in the twos together. I know that you are a upper order batsman and a bowler when needed, and you had a good season with the ball last season as well as the bat. When you first joined the club, what was you like as a player? What did you see yourself as?
I was useless when I first joined.
Not like
No,
blunt honesty.
really useless. Like get to the point where I would walk out, and if you say what's your goals for the season, my goal was to stay out in the middle for more than 5 minutes. I used to say, "I'll see you in a minute," and I meant it. You know what I mean? I really did mean it, and I think it's only really been the last year where I suppose I've taken it a bit more serious as well because
You've listened a bit.
I never thought I was going to be any good.
Tiny bit of coaching.
So I
a
just
tiny bit.
thought, I've had a few decent.
Yeah, I think your game's natural. When I first saw it at training, I said there might have been Fletcher or whoever was sat next to me. It's not the first time he's played this. He's having us on. But obviously, getting to know you as I have, I know you weren't having us on, but you're just a bit of a natural at it. But I think because football came, I won't say easy to you, I'm not saying that you took the piss out of it, but because you were so good at football and you played at a certain level, I think getting your head around the fact that cricket was much more difficult to kind of get anywhere because of the levels you played at. I think the frustration for you was you were losing your rag quicker than others because you expected more.
Yeah, I've always had good hand-eye coordination, and I found football so natural. Like it was, if someone chucks a ball to me, I trap it, and it's just become. It was natural. Whereas cricket, golf, anything like that, I felt like I could get better if I stuck at it and practiced more. But it certainly didn't come natural now. But
Because you've had quite a few spells of like not playing this no more, haven't you?
yeah, and do you
You
know
can be
what?
really
With me,
down about
the
it.
hardest thing I found going from football to cricket is it's an all-day game. With football, you go, you play, you know you're playing, whether it's peeing down or whatever, you know you're playing, and you come out and you get changed and you go home, whatever. With this, if it's raining, you're on, you're off, like, and that's why I like fielding where I do, because, well, I am a bit of an idiot, so I do like people whacking a ball at me.
So you're unaware of the position.
I don't know what position I play. No, when we walk out now, Mel just goes.
Silly
The wall position.
He
Yeah,
goes.
it
He
literally
just
goes to
goes
the wall
the
position.
wall,
Silly,
and I just
silly
stand
mid
there.
off.
So is that what it is? Yeah. Well, that makes sense
It
because I am
depends.
silly.
He's either Stewie's either silly mid on or he's at a very short cover,
I was gonna
literally
say
standing there
short
going, "Just hit me, just
Yeah.
literally hit me."
Yeah.
With his
and
padding on.
With
to be
his,
honest, and
with
I,
his Under Armour.
well, you can get away with it a bit more in the seconds, I think, because when I started playing a few games for the first, and you realise people, they really can hit it hard at you, and then I'm thinking, oh yeah, maybe I'm not as brave as I thought I was.
Maybe the
You know
Under Armour,
what I mean?
maybe the Under Armour won't be as effective when you're playing ones.
Exactly, but no, that's what I say. The long, like you're out there for a long time, and if I wasn't involved and fielding in where I was, then I wouldn't have lasted at cricket. No way. If I was out on the boundary or something, Because I'm a bit weird. I like fielding more than I like batting and bowling.
I've had seasons like that, but I think the better you get with the bat, I think that I'm not saying that will go out of your game because you don't want it to, but I feel like you've got more chances as a fielder to make a difference, don't you? If you go out there and bat, you can play one bad shot, you might be out.
That's the other thing as well. That
You're
I found
bowling.
difficult.
If your first over's not great, it's hard to come back from that if you're not a sort of an experienced bowler.
But if you're playing up front, you can miss a chance. You can still get an hat trick.
Yeah,
And get beat.
When you're out there, when you're out there though, you make one mistake or even a really good ball, or you know, or Dan giving you out LBW or something like that. No, you can't, you know, argue with that, can you?
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I will say for you, just this last season, your batting's massively impressed me last season. I've never seen anyone who plays the ball so natural but late as well. So the bowler thinks he's got you because you're playing back, but you literally just wait, and then at the last minute, you are. I've never seen anyone with as natural a talent for the late cut or
times it well, very nice, yeah.
the little
Little
stew
turn,
sweep round the corner.
The stew sweep round the corner, yeah. And when playing, it's Raiders against Griffins, I as you know, I have to put a man where I know you're going to play that shot, and I feel bad because I actually enjoy watching you play it because it's your shot. But I have to plug a gap. Obviously, it's.
I must admit, when I first started, that was the only shot I had. So that round the corner, that was literally all I had. And now, as I've been over here a couple of years, I've started to get other shots and feel a lot more confident. And I would definitely class myself as more of a batsman than a bowler.
So you'll have to move your fielder now to
Exactly. So I've got 2 or 3 spots now.
Reece, get ready to move.
I love the way Stewie says he's more of a batsman than a bowler, but from my honest opinion is the only reason I got the most wickets for the twos this year is because of him. Because halfway through the season, I couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo with the ball, and he was taking wickets for fun.
Well,
I went over and said to him, Stewie, if you keep this up, you're going to get that trophy at the end of the season. And whether I edit this out or not, the words were, nah, mate, it's just a fucking fluke, isn't it? And I was just looking and thinking, that is Stu, and that kind of spurred me on to think if, you know, I'm there to bowl, Stewie's just a great all-round cricketer, and if he's taking wickets and really doesn't give a shit about it, I kind of needed to step up, and it was this man showing how good he was with the ball as well that made me kind of step up and go, I need to do the job what I'm here for now, and he ends up beating him by about 3 or 4 wickets or something silly in the end.
But as he's approaching the wickets to release his ball when he's bowling, he's thinking about the favourite in that first race.
You know, that's one of the biggest things. That's why I love playing with Kiwi, because in between overs, me and him are on our phones putting 20 quid on the 5 to 4 in Newbury.
The amount of times
taking phones out to
Carl would hate this, but the amount of times I've been umpiring and Kiwi's been at the non-strikers end, and I'm just looking what he's doing, and he's literally phone out the pocket going, I didn't expect that to win.
Oh shit, captain's listening here.
Not happy. Director of cricket is not happy.
I think it's an interesting point, that, because obviously I've spoken to you about bowling a few times, because we've got a similar kind of philosophy with bowling, like flight it up and let's see what happens. But you've said to me a couple of times that you don't really enjoy bowling, and considering you took so many wickets last season, I find that quite curious. I'm just interested to know a little bit more about that.
I don't. I just like I'll get up there and I panic. I don't really. I've got no action. I don't know what I'm up to really. I just get up there, throw my arm over.
Instructor during the Second World War.
What I have learned though, I've seen some of these cricketers now, and I'm going to see if I can get away with it, because if I've got a cricket ball in my hand, right, and I could just like throw it like that, I could put it on the spot every time. But once you've got to run up, do all this over your arm and all that, it could go anywhere. But I've seen them now, they're throwing it like this, aren't they? Some of them.
Side slingers and
Come on, can you get away with that?
Pakistani lad.
Bob Williams did.
Gremler's has got quite a slingy action as well, hasn't he?
Everyone remembers Seafan. Seafan had a very side-on slingy action as well when Seafan was here. But
Malinga was the one, wasn't he?
Yeah, and they've got another one now, Sri Lanka, who does exactly the same.
Just at 90 mile an hour, you got no chance, have you?
Yeah, mine's more like 10, 11.
Because you're underselling it massively, because you really did take some crucial wickets.
Semi-final crucial wickets.
Semi-final crucial wickets. I think you took a fourfer in one game. So I think I didn't take a wicket. I didn't get for many runs. And Schmiel was like, don't know what to do. You're not taking wickets. And I was like, I did the nice thing. Said, give someone else a go, Mel. As I stormed off, kicking the crap out of the turf. Stewie comes on and takes a forfeit and leaves me with nothing.
Yeah,
And
Mel used to say the same thing to me every time. I'll bring you on for an over, and then I'd bowl one, and then get someone out, and he'd be like, right, I've got to keep you on then.
yeah.
You don't take someone off who's taking wickets.
I know, keep taking
I do.
wickets.
I used to do.
Did you?
Lady Tickle especially.
yeah.
As we said on the podcast, bring him on, get an over, and he'd be like, I'm in it now.
In an ideal world, then, do you just want to bat field, not worry about bowling?
Yeah, I feel like the pressure's always on me. Like I don't like it. I always put myself down. Even with football, I've never thought I'm as good as other people thought I was. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and bowling just
confidence.
Yeah, it's mad really because
Yeah,
I'm quite a confident person. But when it comes to bowling,
It's just you've got your set high standards, don't you? That's the thing, and
And
only
I think-
you can.
And as Carlo said, because football comes naturally and cricket doesn't, you're always going to think, I'm just here. As long as you never think you're just making up the numbers, because you're really not. But I'm assuming at times that's how it feels like, because cricket doesn't come naturally
but
to
I'm
you.
feeling more
I think when
confident
you're playing
with the
cricket,
batting,
you're
but-
more exposed, aren't you? Out there.
Yeah,
You
it's
are
almost
more.
like everyone's eyes are on
Yeah,
you.
because
know
it's
what I mean?
you
Like when you're
either
bowling.
bowling
Yeah.
on your own, or you're batting at
I
the
don't, I don't really feel like that so much with the batting now. I feel like now I walk out there and I think, right, you got to get me out. Whereas
You were a
I
walking
was
wicket
thinking,
before.
like, and the wicket keeper would say like something to me, and I'll be like, oh, don't worry, mate, I won't be here long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But now,
Yeah.
The worst thing
now
is
it's
it was Aiden.
different.
Yeah.
Well, I did look round. I didn't see it. Who said that?
This episode of Silly Point is brought to you in association with St Helens Dart Shop Megastore.
180.
But no, I'm definitely feeling more confident with me batting. What I'd really like is if we could get like a wicket out here where I could just come over and practice a bit of bowling on my own even, you know what I mean? Like have a few balls in the net so I could get a bit more confidence with that.
We
you know
can.
what I mean?
We'll definitely have that opportunity when the weather's better,
Yeah.
when we're closer to the season. But yeah, it's probably just like you say, it's games and it's just bowling, isn't it? It's without you want to bowl into an empty net because there's no pressure then.
Yeah,
no
I
one's going to
wanna
hit it for
try
six,
and
are they? Because there's
in
no
a
one there.
certain spot or whatever, and
But I think
When somebody hits you for six, the next ball should get you mad.
Do you know what though?
Like, you're not going to do
honest-
anything.
honestly, when I was bowling last season, if I bowl it straight and it's in a decent position and they hit me to for a six, I didn't care.
yeah.
It was when I was bowling it down the leg, or
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what annoys
Bowling
me. do you
foul
know what I
balls,
mean?
yeah.
Like, at least if I'm putting it up there, I know they're trying to hit me and things could happen. Do you know what I mean? But
Well, I've seen Dan get it for six, and he's gone up like, oh.
yeah,
Because it was hitting middle, that's
yeah,
why.
exactly. Yeah.
It's over there, Dan. What did you expect?
I've also seen a ball come off the bat off Dan, go about 25 foot in the air like a tracer bullet,
And
and
it-
Dan turns around and goes, catch it, and it's like, Dan, it's over the fence. Who's catching that?
It's all right. I've hit a ball 65 foot in the air. It's come straight down, landed on the pissing stumps.
Yeah.
I think it was I score like that. Was it score like
I think Crossy was the umpire, and the conversation was had the wicket keeper accidentally knocked the bails off or whatever, but he didn't. It just went splat.
I feel like I was there.
You was because Crossy asked you, was that out?
Yeah.
Because it was that freakish. It was like, has that really just happened? I'm stood there, at square leg out the way, knowing that I said I think I'm out, and in the end Crossy went, ugh. I was like, well, yeah, no, cheers. But
Cheers.
the most freakish dismissal I've ever been involved in.
Do you see yourself as like I know we in the twos use you as kind of that middle order steal, but do you see yourself as you get more confident, maybe moving up the order, maybe not opening straight away,
Yeah,
but like
definitely.
third or fourth?
I'll be
that
honest,
kind of thing?
Kersey, I heard him say, my goal was to play in the first team this year. And I thought, well, if Kersey does get in the first team, then that would probably open up a spot. And it wouldn't bother me to open now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come in 3, 4, like sometimes, like I've got a couple of 40 not outs this year. And I feel like if I had a bit more time,
Yeah.
I could have gone on to get
Almost certainly.
a decent
Yeah.
score. Do you know what I mean? But
You do realise we've got that on camera now, and Mel's going to use it at the start of the season. Anyone want to go open the innings? Stewie, didn't you say something in a podcast?
Just and you know what, that would probably be very useful if Kerrs did go into the ones and you did open left right combination. It drives, as you'll know, it drives fielding teams crazy.
that's the other thing I do as well, because like we really need. I know there's a lot of money in it to get the sight screens, but
Moving
I feel guilty when they keep. You know what I mean? When they keep saying, "Do you want the sight screen moving them up?"
That's because you're a lefty.
I
That's
think-
the problem, isn't
I
it?
know, because we're awkward.
Well, one of the stipulation for comp cricket is
Oh, so you're going to have to.
4 sight screens.
Yeah.
But obviously they're relaxing that because it's a transition year or 2 or whatever their plans are. So but if we'd have been promoted, if we'd have won that thing and gone, we would have been rejected for things like that.
Oh, right. So it's something you really need to get sorted in.
It's on the wish list of
yeah.
sort of might be a pipe dream at this stage, and there's there definitely is things we need the money that are more important at this
Will
stage.
Derek
But
not like get some wood and paint it and put them together? Like,
Probably break it before it goes up. No one will.
And then it would land on the machinery.
Yeah.
Crunch.
yeah,
bless him.
yeah, probably something like that would happen. But that's
But
something
yeah,
that
it's another
the
thing
committee
that I feel awkward.
are going to try and do, which
With,
is obviously
like-
something we'll touch on when we go on to the chairman's bit, that we don't just want to sort of break away for any other reason than we want to be able to, like proper clubs do, apply for that type of funding to say, right, we've only got 2 sight screens.
Yeah.
If we're going to continue to improve as a club, we're going to go higher through the divisions, it is something that's a requirement.
Yeah.
So then you put that into a funding pot, and it, you go like that, don't you? I can't remember how much. So did we pay $3,000 for them?
About 3.5 a piece.
So it's a few quid. And yeah, we could get someone. There's one outside the garage that was made as a sight screen by a local. It's not wide enough and it's not tall enough, but it did us. So the part of the progression that we had, that used to be the sight screen that we used. We've now got 2 that we use that are good, but just get the ball, just get them moved.
Cricket down here for 140 years.
You ain't that old, are you?
No, I had a couple of days off. But just round the corner here, on the near the flower beds that we've got, there is the bottom part of one of the sight screens that
Oh, really?
in situ.
Because obviously we saw the video on there the other day, and
it was one of those. sight
Lisa
screens.
said, actually, funny enough, she was like, "Why don't we go back to having the pavilion over there? Because it's been much sunnier."
Well,
that
that pavilion got burnt down,
Oh.
and that's what happened. Then we got this instead. But I'll explain it later. But I sort of went missing for a couple of years playing at different places. Like, then they came back to get him involved. Rest is history.
So he was a Judas, is that what you're saying?
I was, yeah.
Go with the money.
When I was 14, I played the first 4 weeks, but when the football crossed into the cricket season, when all the footballers came back to play, I was only 14, so I was, thanks Johnny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a lad was joining Winnick at the time, and he said, "Why don't you come to Winnick with me?" And I did, and that was, again, the rest is history. I managed to play for Appleton in the Cheshire Association. That's for after your job now, isn't it?
It's a Cockney special now.
It's Cockney special. Yeah, it's about you.
So
It's all about you, isn't it?
one question I've got for you, Stewie. How do you get on with LMS? And for listeners' benefit, that's Last Man Stand, which is the midweek league. How do you feel about that? Because I've walked off the field with you after a game, and you said to me, "I don't want to play this game no more because of LMS." And how do you feel that is part of your development?
Do you know what? I'm starting to enjoy it more. The only thing with me is, again, I don't want to bowl, because in LMS you've got to be on the money, haven't you?
Even if you're
Otherwise
on the money, you go for
it's-
6.
Yeah, but it's wide. It's if you're going down leg, which is my issue.
Yeah.
That's
The
You know what I
rip me
mean?
balls in that league, in that
Yeah.
format, the rip me balls. So I
LMS
know what
isn't
you're
for
saying.
bowlers.
no.
I don't play LMS unless I'm
no.
visibly forced into playing it, and I don't enjoy it at all, because it's not even down to the fact that most LMS games are played on AstroTurf, which you can't bowl a good ball because you've only got 3 outfielders on either side.
Yeah.
So even edges are going to go for 4, and it's just
It does suit
it's a
me
batsman's
batting.
game. It's great
it
for your
does
batting.
suit me
Yeah.
batting
Yeah.
more because
Yeah.
the ball comes onto me, and and that's what I prefer. You know, sometimes you're playing on grass and it's staying low, and you got to get forward, and that's not really my game. You know what I mean? I like to go off the back foot really, but I'm starting to try and learn a bit more. But
Well, that's the thing. Well, as a player, you're sort of trying to develop or get yourself going, get yourself into a bit of a groove, and then you all of a sudden come from a grass wicket onto the artificial, and there's more bounce, a bit more zip, and you know it's a different. All of a sudden, it's a different mindset, a different ball game altogether.
I quite
So
like
you've
the
got to
fast
adjust.
bowlers coming at me on that
Yeah.
because I can
You
just. It
that's
is more my game.
It's
to
deflection.
Yeah,
and that's how
rather
to play that.
Yeah,
That's how to
getting
play it.
through.
You can't hit every ball back all the ball as
No.
after 6 in any format, but people try to do it.
Yeah.
Especially.
And the
It's-
easiest part is just
And when you see LMS, when you've only got 3 fielders on either side,
Yeah, it's-
batsmen know, well, if I swing hard, even if it goes off the outside edge of the bat, there's going to be no fielders there anyway, so it's just...
it's 4 or 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I will try and play more this year.
I think you were there, Stewie, when someone in LMS had the novel idea of trying to stop the ball with the head when it was over the boundary.
Was that you?
Oh no, I weren't there.
Oh, was
actually.
you not in that
I
game?
wasn't
That was,
there.
No,
that was a
I
great,
heard
that was a
about
great
it,
thing.
yeah.
Opposing,
Player, wasn't it? Yeah.
opposing player tried to take a catch and then just completely lost it and then just went clunk and hit him straight in the middle of his head.
I did do that thing. I don't know what it's called because I don't understand cricket.
Goal kick over.
But did I do like I bowled? I think I bowled, caught him, and took the
Double
wickets
play.
off. So
Oh,
I-
double play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did
Don't
that double
judge
play.
cricket by that, solely an LMS thing. If you try to do that on a Saturday,
That was
you get
quite
umpires
nice.
looking at you and players going, what the are you doing?
What I will say about the LMS coming here, we're so grateful for it.
Yeah.
And it's made a massive
Brought a
difference
lot
to
of
this
people
club.
on, isn't it?
Massive difference to this club.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, because of LMS. That's how I got associated with the club. I was looking for an LMS team to play for, and the reason that I play LMS is sat opposite me.
Oh,
So
right.
I played for Chris. I played,
Cheers, mate. Yeah,
played
it's
for
all
Chris's
me.
team.
Well, we asked Bob Williams what he thought, and he said, "Well, cricket's a dying sport, so we didn't know what to go ahead with it." Or
To be fair, it's not took you that long actually.
No, it's,
I
Well,
lost.
he's mentioned him twice.
Yeah.
He did mention him a bit
Yeah.
earlier as well.
Yeah.
No,
The worst thing is,
we
he's
tried
mentioned
to
him,
ignore
he's
him.
mentioned him twice already, and it's
Yeah.
not even John special.
I'm
I'm a
a
bit
twice in Stewie, so
a bit disappointed that I can't find the "Where's Bob" poster.
Beware of Bob.
Beware of Bob.
So, Stewie, just to come back to Stewie and Stewie special, just
Sorry,
like
Stu.
one thing that I was kind of thinking of is like, how did it feel to get that most improved player, which was totally deserved? There was only one winner. You probably won by about 4 million votes.
How does it feel, mate? How does it feel?
How did that feel? Because I know I won it the season previous, and it was one of the best feelings I've ever had. It was just a wonderful feeling. And how did you feel?
Well, I don't want to put a dampener on it, mate, but when you play football, if you got most improved, it's a bit of a, do you know what I mean? Kick in the teeth. But
Means you were shit last year.
yeah,
And all right this year.
so, but that pretty much sums me up. I was pretty shit last year and a lot better this year. So yeah, it was nice, mate. Yeah.
And how did it compare to that first 50?
Do you know what? That I did enjoy getting a 50, obviously, and I'm hoping to get a few more this year. And I didn't get to hold on to this because I was away on holiday. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, he was.
yeah,
Should we put some beer in it now?
Just
enjoy
pass
it
it
now.
round.
The worst thing was for that, because as we've mentioned on a few of the other podcasts, the team for the final was decided weeks in advance, so we knew what we were doing. And speaking to Merle, as soon as he found out Stewie wasn't available, he was like, took wickets in the semi-final, held us up, and now he's going away on piss and holiday. And it was like...
That is my problem though, mate. I do like an holiday. And I do like the warmth. Like, so I've got my radiator in.
He likes a tour, don't you, lad?
So, yeah, it just proves, mate, what we're saying about the how integral you are, apart from the twos. The fact that one of the first complaints Mel had was when he was putting that team together wasn't the fact was that it was decided he could have the choice of anybody he wanted that was eligible, and they didn't have to play the night before. Sorry, the day before in the week, the league game. It was Why Stewie not made himself people? Why Stewie decided to go away on holiday? It just kind of shows how, you know, you're saying you're getting better and doesn't come naturally, but it shows already in, you know, 1 or 2 seasons how integral you are to that Twos team.
Well, I know for a fact when the first team's being picked and there might be some away or lads out of form or whatever, there's always a conversation about who's doing what in the twos, and it's always there or thereabouts in that chat to say who we're going to bring up, and he's always in that group. I'm not saying that's what occurs. He's publicly said that he wants to try and get in the first team, which is fair enough, but you know, so you're definitely well thought of from top to bottom, and I don't think anybody would have any.
Yeah, I think I've
It's got
always
to be the Janet Eels, I think.
It's just it's the confidence thing, isn't it?
It's
I think then
confidence
you
thing,
put
and I didn't
yourself
think
under
I
that
was-
pressure out there.
like, I don't think personally I deserve to be in the first team. Do you know what I mean? So I've sort of shied away from it a bit, but this season, if I'm picked, I'll play, and that's simple as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know Jordan asked me a few times last year, and I sort of shied away a bit, but yeah.
I think you needed that last season to get
Yeah,
your confidence up massively,
Mate,
because
honestly,
it's like night and day compared to how
It
you
is.
spoke at the end of
yeah.
the season before and the
It
start
is.
of last season
It
to
is.
then and now. It's night and day. It's
It's
massive.
massive.
He's
Yeah.
southern, isn't he? He's sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm sure we had a conversation and we've been trying to get Stewie on, and the words were, "I'll come on, but only when it gets warmer."
Yes.
Yeah.
Hence the radiator
Hence he's got his own
situation.
radiator.
I'm not being funny, but I got a cup of tea about an hour ago. Now that's freezing cold.
Don't drink it, mate.
Sat here like this, I'm going over Newton. Apparently, I've got radiators on all day. I'm going over there.
But yeah, it is a confidence thing, and as we just like say, we can help with that, but ultimately it's
No, and I think
you've
over
got
the
to-
last year I've come on massively, and
massive.
I know I've come on massively.
massively.
And I never, like as you said, I took 17 wickets this year, and I never would have thought I'd take any wickets for a start. And talking about getting a 50 and whatever was like out of the question. Yeah, and I've done that this year, and so it's massive. I feel a lot more
Important
confident in myself.
member of the team that
Yeah.
came second in
Yeah.
the league and won the cup. So
Yeah.
you know, it's not. I think it's not.
But it would be nice if we had some more coaching, and so
Yeah,
because I
we
think there are players out there that could get better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've
Yeah.
got quite a lot of them
There
sort
always
of
is.
players.
You know, in any club, there always is.
There's enough people in this club to with the experience and the know-how to do it. It
Well,
doesn't
Fletch,
have to be-
Fletch keeps suggesting, doesn't he, because he's retired, he wants to put more into
Yeah.
the week, and when we do get outside, he wants to be available for that. So that'll be a positive for us. Because
The trouble is with me, Carl, like when you're doing training on a cold Tuesday night, it's like I'm getting there and the rain's coming down. I'm thinking this ain't for me.
We
This.
don't train it, right?
I'm waiting for the sun to come out, and I'll come over here
for
a
that
bit,
week
you
in
know what I mean?
August.
Yeah.
That's all you're waiting
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
But,
We'll
yeah.
make sure we got a coach on that
I
first
don't
week in
like-
August.
I don't like cold, mate.
Add to the wish list in a big gazebo for training for Stu.
If we can bring this back on track from Stu's wish list,
Sorry, mate.
I'm kind of getting to the end straight now. Like for the last season that we had, did you set yourself any goals, or was it just I just want to just play and see how I go?
Literally, as I say, I think I've come on so much in a year that at the start of the season, I wouldn't have thought I'd bowl a single over, and I would have thought I'd get nowhere near a 50. I'd be happy. I was always happy if I got into double figures, basically. But next season is going to be a lot different because I fancy my chances now. You know what I mean? And as I say, when I go out there, I think you've got to get me out now rather than me getting myself
Getting
out.
your wicket, yeah.
Got
Getting
your
my
dancer
wicket
up,
away.
basically,
Yeah.
which is good. We've shared a lot of dressing rooms together because we play in the twos, and you know I'm really superstitious. I don't think you are. And do you have any kind of rituals or superstitions, or is it just...
Why is it you walk around naked and everybody else
I know.
doesn't bother like?
Well, if you got it, flaunt
Well,
it.
that's
Basically. But
Stu the snake.
I normally walk over here. I have a can of
Tango.
Red Bull.
Dandelion and burdock.
Then I sit in here and I sit on the first bit of the bench there, and there's normally me there and Steve O'Donnell there. We share sandwiches and all sorts. Steve then rubs all my DP on for me so that I don't pull anything, because when I first come over here I was pulling it.
Does he pull anything like
Oh,
that?
not
Yeah,
half. I was pulling something every week. So I DP'd myself up, and then I get my armour on, and that's it really, mate. Yeah,
That's what the DB's for, to get the armour on. He just slides right on, doesn't it?
Oh, and I've got to say thanks to Carl, because he gave me a jumper that was big enough to go over my armour.
He says give.
I sort of claimed
Short-term loan.
Lease
it.
Is the word.
Yeah, I keep saying to him, you're doing an order so I can get something. I'm hoping he says, no. I can keep that, because I do like that jumper, and he's not getting it back.
And I know you're not kind of fundamentally a massive cricket person, but is there anyone that you had a chance to play with, if you could, any amateur or professional? Is there a player you'd have in mind if you could play one game of cricket with them?
So I like flair players, and I like people. I used to come over to watch the T20 when, what are they called, Liverpool one, or the other lot that...
Bolton one,
yeah. Liverpool one's a shopping centre, isn't it? Bolton one. I come over here one day because I wanted to see him knock it out of the ground and whatever, and I think he got out first ball. So that
was that when the Raiders beat them? He tried to hit Adam out the park, and he got caught on the boundary.
Yeah. So, but I do like flair players like Botham, Flintoff, Peterson. But the one player I really I'd love to play with, because he talks such a good game, Revo. I'd love to see him out there giving it all that, and then in the field he'd be brilliant, wouldn't he? Because he'd have different masks on every 2 minutes. Like, it just suit me down to the ground.
I'm sitting there. Could you imagine a twos game with you on one side, Casey on the other, and Revo would slip while the batsman's there? Could you imagine?
It would be great. Yeah. So if he's got the minerals, then maybe one day
he's registered.
He'll come. Is he?
He is registered. Yeah. They signed him up.
He tells me how good he was at rugby, but I've never seen any of it. He bought himself some football boots about 2 weeks ago.
Did he?
You know what he's like when he's had a few sherbets and he just gets on Amazon. He bought himself some football boots. He messaged me saying, "What do you reckon of that?" And I was like, no. Really. So maybe this 1v2 game
Get him in.
gets him in, mate.
Opening.
Because he does give it the large. So we'll see.
Right, unless anyone else has got any questions for Stewie, I think he's been inadvertently having quite a long grilling there.
I think it was, mate.
Yeah. So well done on the season that you had. You are one of my favourite teammates, and you have been all the time I've been here. But last year, you really grew into the position and your place in the twos. You're a good bowler, you're a good batsman, and you're a good fielder. You're really one of the genuine all-rounders at the club, and you should be really proud of yourself. So well done, mate.
I think Dan wants his back bedroom painting, I think.
Actually, before we go, that's a really good point, actually. Before you go...
He's not giving you a quote now, we haven't got time for that.
Have you got any kind of businesses or anything that you would like to promote?
Yes, mate. SP Painting.
Well,
That was an original name, wasn't it? SP Painting.
What's it stand
What can I call myself? SP Painting. SP Painting, mate. You can find me on Facebook. For any of your painting and decorating needs.
Any of your painting and
I've done quite a few. I've done John O'Donnell.
That was the most
I've done
cocky you've
Kiwi.
ever looked.
And sounded, to be fair.
You just needed a phone.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Well done, Stewie. Thank
Nice
you
one.
very much, gentlemen.
Nice one. Cheers, boys.